Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, it's been a wild day if you play the stock market or you have any money invested into that or many other things. It's been the biggest single day loss since back during the big COVID crash back in June of 2020. Something like $2.5 trillion or more has been wiped away out of the stock market. Oil prices or oil per barrel prices have dropped something like 6 or 7%. Bitcoin's bottoming out. I mean, the US dollar index is dramatically going down. Everything is crashing. Maybe not, but it's definitely having an immediate reaction to the tariffs yesterday. Which is interesting because there's been threats of this for months now, but it's finally happened, and it's probably not over yet. There's obviously things going on with the war. Not going to go really deep into that because it's just a whole lot of the same stuff, threats and possibilities and little slips of the lips of, oh, it's about ready to happen, depending on what news service you look at or something. So there's a lot of stuff going on, right? But there's been something I've been trying to get across for a very long time, that there's something a lot deeper than all this. There's something much bigger. All of these things that you see in the news that I may talk about or that someone else talks about, it's really just a piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole puzzle, folks. The whole puzzle isn't a war with Iran or Russia or Ukraine or over Greenland or the stock market crash or cryptocurrency or blockchain. That's not the whole puzzle. Those are just pieces of the puzzle. And the puzzle, though, has more to do with this, golden era, this new world order, this great reset. And a big part of it, not just a big part of it, it's like the central, foundational, main aspect of it is technology. And that has been pushed across the board. It's not a conservative, it's not a liberal thing, it's not a big government, small government, any government. It's what it is. It's being pushed. And I think a lot of what is happening directly connects to that, and so many people are missing it. And I've been talking at length in numerous videos over the last few months about, this hard push on artificial intelligence and advanced technologies and transhumanism and all this kind of stuff. This is all related to it, folks. The puzzle pieces are being put together, and the reason why it's so important is because this new era of insanely advanced technology is also kind of the same thing as the beast system. It's, at the very least, it is the building blocks of the beast system. And for the first time, depending on what you believe, all humanity, or at least in the last 1,000 or 2 years, we have the capabilities as a people to do this. And so a lot of these things that you see happening are leading to that. For instance, economy. Whether it's stuff done under Biden or Trump or anyone else, they really want the dollar, and not just the dollar, but all currencies to collapse, and they want the markets to collapse. And the reason for that is they want to shift everybody over to blockchain, cryptocurrency stuff. Digital currency, blockchain, digital currency, blockchain. And it's such a radical, forward-thinking, out there idea that there's still so many people that can't even comprehend it. I mean, I know not everybody, but really understand it. And so they're not going to be able to make this switch to where basically the entire global economic system is just completely upended and something radically new and different takes its place willingly. People aren't just gonna do it, right? They're not just gonna say, oh, okay, you want me to give up all my hard assets and paper assets and stuff for just numbers on a screen that I have literally no control over. I'm just going to trust that it's there and that I can use it, and that people aren't going to do it. It as much and as popular as cryptocurrency has become, as much as it actually is starting to be used, it's really still just a novelty. And some of you are going to hate me for saying that, but that's just the facts. It's still just a novelty. They want to take it from novelty to it is it. And so they have to crash the system to make that happen. That's one aspect of it. These wars. What's the deal with all these wars? Why did Russia just out of nowhere decide that they were finally going to invade Ukraine? And I know you could say, well, in 2014, blah, blah, blah. Why did they wait almost 10 years? I know some of you are going to make an argument as to why. Why does Trump all of a sudden want to take Greenland? Why do we have to have this war over Iran? What's the deal with Taiwan? It's this little insignificant little island. I'll tell you something that connects all of those and more conflicts around the world. Technology. Technology connects it. Taiwan, big producer of microprocessors. Middle East, especially Iran, filled with all kinds of, minerals. There was just a find the other day, I can't remember which one of the rare earth minerals, and they found the second largest deposit in the world in Iran. Guess what? Amazing. A couple of decades ago, the wars were being fought over oil. No longer is that the case. Oil is a dying thing. It's on its way out. They're gonna move well beyond oil. And the world knows that. The world leadership knows that. The first day that Trump was in office, he brought in all these executives from the artificial intelligence community. And they were telling about how they're going to invest billions, and the government's going to invest billions into having the largest artificial intelligence infrastructure the world has ever seen. And I've warned about that. But it's way bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Also, on the first or second day of an office, remember when Trump was signing lots and lots of executive orders? One of those executive orders included in it the ability for the government to go in and use eminent domain in certain areas across the United States, mostly here in the Midwest. And if you look at those areas on a map, there's nothing there. There's areas here in Missouri that were listed. There's nothing there, I assure you. Some of the lowest populated counties, even not a lot of farmland. It's just woods. It's woods and small little farms. Why would they do that? Why would it also, in many of those same places, have lots and lots of big money, big companies gone in and bought up that land? Why? Because those are places where they find rare earth minerals. They're not being mined yet. Most of them they're not, but they exist there. Greenland. What's the deal with Greenland? Well, it does have rare earth minerals, but also look up small modular or small nuclear reactors or small fusion reactors. Big deal up in Greenland. All of this stuff that's happening is directly connected to this advancing technological revolution where everything's going to be different. Your healthcare will be done and managed by computers. Your money, it's all going to be blockchain digital. Surveillance, all the big government stuff, big brother stuff that we've heard about for decades, it's all going to be, different. It's all going to be digital. Everything, your identification, your passports, your everything, it's all going to be digital. And they have to have the stuff to make it digital. And a lot of that stuff, it's in the ground. It's certain minerals and components that's needed, that's necessary for all of this technology. It's not like, the Industrial Revolution where it was iron, steel, that kind of stuff, which it was minerals that had to be, and there were all kinds of, maybe some wars, and some of it was just, conflicts and financial and trade wars, because they had to have those minerals to feed that industrial revolution. Well, this is a new revolution, folks. This is a revolution of technology. And it's coming at us faster than most people think. The average person, I don't think, can even begin to fathom the level of capacity that exists right now with artificial general intelligence, the capacity to do things that we just can't even imagine with the blockchain system and what they're planning for it to do. That's why Elon Musk is right there and all these other big names when it comes to high tech. That's the new thing. That's the new game, is this insane high technology. And it's going to control everything. It's going to have its fingers and tentacles and everything. And it's not a Republican thing, and it's not a Democrat thing. It's not a left versus right thing. It's not anymore. Everyone's cheering it on. You know, I said a year or two ago when I was talking about central bank digital currency, I said, it's not a left versus right thing. It's not a battle on the left versus right of should we or should we not. It's the battle is how should it be done. In other words, both sides are okay with it. They want it. You know, the left wants the central bank digital currency. The right wants the decentralized digital currency. But in the end, it's all digital. This is the world that's happening. So when you see all these things and you think, oh, this is great. They're reducing the size of the Department of Education down to just almost nothing. They're reducing the size of the IRS to just nothing. They're terminating all these employees and all this kind of stuff. It sounds like government is shrinking. It sounds like it's shrinking down in power. The only thing that's shrinking is the employees. But what government has been doing will continue to be done because it's being done by AI now. It's all a ruse, folks. Oh, the Department of Education is going to get a lot smaller, he says. At first it was we're going to end it. Now it's just we're going to reduce the size, meaning reduce the size of employees, which makes it sound like a great idea. It makes it sound like the Department of Education is going to be so small that it will just be insignificant. Except that's not the case. It's going to only be small in employees. It will still produce the same amount of stuff and be just as significant as before, but it'll all be done by computers. All these other departments, that's exactly, dang fly, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what Elon Musk has done to Twitter, to X. Twitter's not any smaller than it was. It doesn't do any less than what it was. It's all just being done by artificial intelligence. Just this past week, two of Elon Musk's companies, Twitter, X, and AIX, which is his AI, Grok or Grok or whatever, you can see that on Twitter, bought it out. Bought Twitter out, bought X out for, guess what? $33 billion. 33. That's an interesting number, 33. Anyways, this stuff is happening. You may not believe it, may not want to believe it, you may not understand it, you may not think it's that significant right now, but I assure you, the vast majority of the stuff that's being done, it's being done purposely in an orchestrated manner to bring about this technological revolution. That's what the golden age is, the golden era that they're talking about, the new world order. That's what it is. We knew this 20, 30 years ago. We just didn't know exactly how it was going to work because the technology hadn't caught up yet. Now it has. It's not just caught up, it's surpassed us. And if you listen to some of the leading experts in the fields, they will tell you already at this point in time that artificial general intelligence is already well beyond the understanding of humanity. That some of the world's leading scientists can't even comprehend what AGI is doing. They don't even know. It's just sitting there computing and doing things, and they have no idea what it's doing because it's at such an advanced intellectual level beyond what humans can even comprehend. And they have supercomputers and they have quantum computers, and now they have new computers they're developing that's going to make a quantum computer look like something from 1995. It's moving rapidly. And the point is not necessarily to make life better. That's how they're selling it. The point is to enact their ultimate goal of control over humanity. They want to control your reproductive system. They're going to control your health, your DNA, your thoughts, your everything, your food. Everything will be controlled. Better get ready for this. You need to figure out ways to have less less and less of a tie to the system, so that when all this stuff starts really happening and collapsing, you're not brought down with it. Because this is the kind of stuff that's really going on. This is the real reasons that these things are happening. We're not just randomly choosing to take over Greenland and invade Iran and pick a fight with Russia or whatever. It's because of technology and the components to make the technology possible. Folks, get your houses in order. Prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.